Hi, today tear down of this indicator device from eBay. So it is an automatic landing indicator for Airbus A320. We have a big display, probably LCD, not sure. A big auto land light, a test feature button here, and on off switch, which is not a secured switch with a guard or anything, so you can in fact turn the auto land at any time, which is probably not a good thing. So the case, it is 20 centimeters deep with this weird shape. There is this aluminium foil here, sticky foil around, and there is one screw with what seems to be security sticker. So first I will remove this on the aluminium foil. Okay, here we are. It is still pretty warm. There are just two screws now I need to undo here at the back. And it seems the cover will go right off. So on this thing we have regular slotted screw, but the other part I got at the same time is full of Torx screws, which is really not usual for aircraft equipment. So here we are. Aluminium cover is made with a bent piece of aluminium with a weld here. And what do we have in this? Quite a lot of stuff, as you can see. At the back here, so there is a connector. Vertical PCB here, which acts as a structural piece at the same time. As you can see, these standoffs go into it. We have 3 main PCBs. We have this must be, so we will go one thing at a time. So the back connector, some filtering components here it seems. Here this PCB we have either connectors on them, on it, and it is quite interesting. They are not really secured in place. So I'm not sure what should prevent them to vibrating loose. Another one here. There are these parts, I do not know what they are. They look like relays, but we have only 2 pins over them. So they might be capacitors. More capacitors here, little inductors probably here. So this seems to be a whole bunch of filtering stuff for power supply conditioning. Here we have obviously a power supply converter board with this must be yes, toroidal transformer according to the number of contacts on it. Quite old school capacitors here for a device made in 1998 in fact. This seems a very old design. LM217 regulator here with that code of 1998. Other parts, bridge rectifier I can see, and lot of diodes in this thing. This is the button for the test feature, and as you can see we have a pretty serious construction here. This is the main board. Looks like we have EF6S03CM. This must be a CPU. In a nice ceramic and gold case, but it is not socketed. We have static sensitive label here, EPROM here. I cannot read the capacity. Another chip here. I guess this may be display driver. So here we have these 4 wires going to the front side, so it is probably the for the bulbs for this Autoland indicator. Little switch here. You can see the front piece is made of a solid piece of aluminum, quite impressive. We have another PCB here at the bottom with mostly surface mount, little surface mount ICs, so I will not bother removing this because it seems to be very tedious to do. In fact, I have no clue how to do it. Seems this screw here is for securing the front piece. And about the display, yes, it is interesting. In fact, it is completely buried in this front part, and there is no way you access to it. And I even do not see where it is connected. In fact, there is probably quite a bunch of contacts going to the display, but really I do not see anything. We have 6 contacts here, or 3 contacts maybe, on the vertical board, but I do not think it will be for the driving the display. This must be wires going to the backlight, probably. And apart from that, it is quite crowded in this, so I do not see much more. It is interesting. How this thing is made, it seems overcomplicated really. Spare no expense. Apart for the quite a crappy capacitor in here. Thomson CSF logo on this toroidal transformer. One more header connector here. So in fact it is quite secure, but you can still remove them with quite easily. So it is well they did not secure them with a little clamp or anything like so. I did just notice here we have a board to board connector going to this board, another one here at the bottom for the power supply, and another one here at the back. So this is really acting like some kind of a motherboard for everything. And look at this. I am not sure how it will show on camera, but we have weird patterns inside this. You can see, as we can see a grounding plane in this PCB, and it looks like we have holes in it, and I can guess copper color. So as this PCB did oxidize from the inside, it is really unusual. First time I see this. Maybe it is the reason why this device was removed from service. Will it show on camera? Yes, you can see all these white and red areas, like if we have holes in the cover layer. Really weird. And quite unusual. CMOS technology sticker here. So I am checking the other PCB. Now the other PCB looks fine, so it is interesting because it is not that old. We have no any sign of oxidation or any rust or anything on the other parts. So quite a mystery here, and these things are really weird. I do not know what they are. Okay, and a little more. Another header connector which is quite loose with some solder on the pin here. Quite interesting. So apart from that, it is really well made, but these two details of not secured header connectors and weird artifacts in the PCB layer make this very unusual. Okay, so I guess it will be all for this thing. In the next video we will have a look at the other module, which has a few surprises inside too. Thanks for watching, bye bye.